Okay. Hello, welcome to our webinar today, everyone. My name is Elena. I'm an advertising manager with Amazon, and I'll be taking the seminar with you today. Hope you guys are having a great day. Before starting our third session this year, let me check with you whether the voice and the screen is available and fine with you to start in a positive mode without any delays or issues. And you will see in the screen there's a clap icon like the hand icon, and also there will be the questions box. If you guys are hearing well, the voices are well distributed to you, please click the hands icon so I can find that it's well given to you guys without any specific issues. And if you have any questions, please put on the questions box that will answer you back in a live mode. And at the end of the seminar, we'll reply you back on the questions. Okay, all right. I think the voices are well given to everybody. And if you have any problems while the webinar is ongoing, like the voice is not hearing well or something is not going well, screen is locked, please let us know in the questions box. We will actually do the actions to suit you well. All right, thank you guys. I see some hands right now. All right, thank you so much. All right, so this today, we're very excited to actually share with you our first branding session of this year and the opening our session Building Your Brand Identity with Amazon Ads. This is the beginner to intermediate level seminar where you will learn how to basically bring the brand success. What are the essential elements and tools for the brand success in Amazon? Today will take you about 60 minutes, and we want this to be a very interactive session. So please don't hesitate to ask any questions you might have on the topic while going through. If you have any questions regarding webinar or ads, please write in the questions box. Now let's start right away. Alrighty, so before entering the webinar series, this is a third session this year, and let me introduce you very quickly, just review the curriculum that is set to help you reach more customers deeply. Now, today we're going to bring the very basic level of how to build the brands. What are the tools available for you guys? We'll go from the ads product overview, what are the branding tools there, so that you guys will be familiar with the branding tools in Amazon. Next week, is the how to practically move into tactics based on these ads products, how to optimize the stores, how to optimize the branding ads to improving your performances for the brand success. So today is a very foundational, important session to give you all the solutions available and how you can pick and choose for each marketplaces to use for your marketings and the branding moving on. All right. And one thing, please don't forget to provide your merchant token. And starting from this year, we will start the seller customized programs to invite you as a priority and help you grow with us. So help you ensure to this ready, please make yourself available with merchant token. If you haven't actually typed your merchant token, you can type in our survey at the end of the seminar. So please be tuned on that. All right, let's take a quick look at our agenda. Now, today we will walk through what branding is and how it will impact the shopping journey and why it's really important to implement in your brand, especially in Amazon. Now, then we'll show you what ways we can strategically build your brand on Amazon and the best ways to utilize marketing tools available. At the last, I will quickly briefly go through what to measure the impact of your branding and to then better optimize your creative and campaigns. At the end of the session, we'll have a Q&A available for you at the end, so we'll address any questions you might have and you can listen to other sellers' Q&As as well. All right, before we get into these topics, one eligibility requirement to consider is to ensure you've registered in Amazon Brand Registry. It's abbreviated as BR, which is Brand Registry. It's the Amazon's authoritative service globally for information about every brand in the world. It contains brand names, brand profile data like logos, trademarks, and accounts that have roles. So it is important in the context of advertising if you're enrolled in Amazon Brand Registry, which means that you have a brand and it's authorized by Amazon to sell as a brand. It gives you whole access to solutions like sponsor brands, sponsor display, and stores, which can help you reach more shoppers and build brand awareness and equity. The thing is, if you're not registered to brands, you will also have some limitations to ad solutions. For example, you have to only use sponsored products. However, for the brands and registered to Amazon, you can have a much more diverse solution, such as sponsored brands, sponsored display, stores, and post. So if you've completed the registration, that's good. If you're registering or actually preparing to have the brand registry, let's take a little bit more speedy one so we can start from the stores and branding tools available for now. All right, so as a brand registry helps you protect your intellectual property and create an accurate, trusted experience for customers on Amazon. So it gives you more control over the product pages that use your brand name. So, for example, you can have more content available in your detail pages if you're registered to brand. You can have your own flagship page, which is stores, and it gives you more access to Vines, like which is the early reviewer programs and brand analytics. So that it actually simplifies and actually gives you more broad solutions on branding into Amazon. So we actually highly recommend to actually complete the brand registry and start branding with us. Okay, with that, let's get right into our topic today. So why branding matters. I just want to quickly ask our sellers here to a very quick question. If you have a brand for the sellers here who has participated in this webinar, please click the hand so that we can know that how many brand owners are here to start with the branding with us. Or if you're preparing to be registered to brand, please click the hand button, hand logo, to signify that you're registering and you're preparing for the brands. Good, good. I see some hands actually coming up thanks to sellers here. So actually, the branding itself is a very laborious process. It needs more time to actually make consumers aware of our products, product lines, and brands. And actually, as a brand itself, it needs more time to give us who we are and how you want to be actually viewed by the customers and consumers in different marketplaces, right? We totally agree with you. Amazon itself has a advantage for you as a seller to reach new and existing customers. This is kind of obvious number, but Amazon has over 300 million active customers accounts worldwide. So we actually can provide an opportunity to connect with customers through unique branded experiences at key moments across their shopping journeys. Let me give you a very interesting data. According to our partner for research, Tenuity, we have found that 75% of US shoppers use Amazon to discover new products and brands from the beginning. It's very interesting. Additionally, we've seen that 52% of online shoppers get their inspiration from Amazon. So there's an opportunity for you to, as a brand, to consider using Amazon ads at scale to help build more relevant relationships with customers through discovery and engagement. What this means is that you need to stay active into these customers' conversations, what they're talking about. We help these customers learn more about your product lines, full portfolio, your brand storytelling, who you are, and what kind of values that you want to propose to customers to buy and become a loyal consumer in a compelling way. Traditionally, you might have developed marketing campaigns using the marketing funnel, which outlines the most straightforward journey customers can take on the path to purchase. Probably you've seen this kind of triangle before. The top funnel represents shoppers in the awareness stage, the middle represents consideration, and the bottom represents them in the purchasing stage. Normally, shoppers move linearly from the top to bottom, which means people need to be aware of your brand, aware of your product. Definitely, they have to know what the brand is, what the brand actually provides to them, what kind of productions or functions we give. Then they move to the middle, which means that should I buy this product versus other product? Or should I buy this brand? Or should I actually become a loyal brand versus other category brands? This is the consideration at the middle. And the bottom represents the conversation, which is definitely the purchase, actually the purchasing stage. So actually, it actually moves linearly from top to bottom. But times have changed though. So there's a mobile shopping, social media are ubiquitous, and they've shaped the ways that many shoppers discover and engage with brands and their products. Some shoppers can skip certain stages. For example, if someone discovers a new product on Amazon, and decides to place a subscribe and save order before they even try it. And some may be in multiple stages at the same time. But one thing that I want our sellers today who have joined this webinar to be familiar is about the stages. Because moving on, what we will actually recommend in upcoming events and different campaigns in your marketplaces for your brands, there will be stage by stage tactics, stage by stage strategies that you could move with Amazon ads. For example, if you want to more focus on awareness, which is the top, that will be different. If you want to focus on consideration phases, this will be different solutions. Last one, if you want to be more triggering the conversation to purchases, this would be more different tactics versus other two. So please, as a beginner webinar today, which we'll bring next week as a practical tactic, please kindly be familiar with this wording so we can actually make you to strategize yourself. It's based on your objective of what to fulfill and upgrade. Okay, let's put it this context. Let's imagine, I will give you one example, a hypothetical soap company called Suds, S-U-D-S, and a customer named Matt in the middle. Matt is watching Fire TV, a media player that turns any TV into smart TV. When he sees a commercial for Suds, the soap named Surf and Sea for men, Matt is out of soap and loves surfing, so he pauses Fire TV and opens the Amazon mobile app, typing surf soap into the search engine bar. He clicks on Suds, sponsored products ad, starts reading reviews, and starts reading A-plus contents, but he can gets distracted when his friend calls about, do you want to go surfing this weekend, like that. After he hangs up, Matt notices, okay, I'll just buy later. So he checks other things on the website and just notices that, oh, I have to buy thing. And he comes back to Amazon and he notices that there's a sponsored display remarketing ad for Suds Surf and Sea Soap on the weather page. And remembers, oh, I wanted to buy this. So he pulled out his phone and actually buys that product. You just saw that there are three different ad solutions targeting this mat to buy at the purchase level, but actually we're meeting at every stages to make sure that he knows the brand, he might have seen, but he considers and he finally buys it. So if you see this in every single journey, actually different ad solutions can help every brands or products, even though the customer doesn't know about the brand yet and they have not given the purchase decision to buy it, we can meet in every stages. This is actually in discretion of the brand to mix and choose whether what will be available for you to actually focus on. And now I want to say, then what are the marketing funnel? Then we actually saw the met to be met in every stages, right? So let's now look at the different funnel stages in more detail, starting from the top in the brand awareness. Okay, if you need more explanation or some details, please easily put in the questions box. I'll actually put more details for you to understand more deeply so that we can be practical next week. So let's look at the first one, awareness with the orange box. If you see awareness, what does it really mean? This is where the customers become interested in learning more about your products and brands. A brand that can grab customers' attention with a positive experience can help raise awareness about who they are and possibly inspire those customers to seek out more information. Throughout the process, your potential customers are narrowing down their options. Companies that already have brand awareness with customers are ahead of the curve because they don't have to explain who they are and what makes them different. Essentially, they've already introduced themselves so they can focus on delivering more specific information that is relevant to a potential customer's purchase decision. So, for the brands and the potential brand owners here, for our sellers, if you have to introduce yourself to U.S. marketplaces, EU marketplaces, or JP marketplaces, or even Singapore marketplaces, you have to focus on this awareness part. That you need to be actually more concrete and robust who you are to the new customers you have to meet more expanded mode. Now, let's go into the consideration. To another phase of the funnel, consideration, here you can focus on expanding your presence with shoppers. The key to engaging shoppers is to reach them as they're browsing with the information they need to consider your brand in their purchase decision. Shoppers have identified a need or want or are actively considering different products to fill this gap. For example, I have to buy one coffee machine. Then this stage, I'm actually looking at different brands which to actually choose and buy for me. Basically, the customers are gathering information about different products, such as the brand, price, features, and shipping options to help inform their purchase decision. So by sharing content about your products with shoppers at the consideration stage, you can start building connections that turn new shoppers browsing their options into customers that are ready to make a purchase from your business, and in turn build your customer base. So actually, this is more narrowed down at the awareness stage at the far top because you're at the stage to actually being compared, and you have to give a different value or the the core option for customers to choose you. That's the consideration stage. Now, conversion, put simply, this is the stage where every sellers, including probably us and all of us, wants shoppers to purchase in this stage. If your ads, the ad solutions are converting well, it means that they are driving sales. It can be very tempting to get laser focus on sales, the ultimate stage, which is very natural, and we agree. But as you see this, taking steps to drive awareness consideration can be very equally important because they can help generate more businesses and long-term value for your brands. We can actually, suppose in conversion stage, someone actually bought it, but do we know that actually they bought it because they know my brand or they know actually my product? We're not very sure yet, right? So by delivering highly relevant ads to shoppers looking for a product like yours from the awareness to consideration. Now we can choose more ample and robust conversion at the last stage. So this more sales may also help you increase your customer reviews, which can motivate other customers to engage with their product and brand. So conversion goes again to the top, making awareness more robust and coming out of the funnel step by step. So, for the sellers here, to move on to more strategies for the other campaigns, upcoming big days like our Prime Day last year, which was in July, or other big events in like in Christmas season or the Black Fridays. These stages are very essential for you guys to be familiar. So every stages we have a different solutions, more focused, so you can actually mix for your portfolio. All right, so we've reviewed an introduction, what is the branding and what are the stages for branding. Now I want to discuss how you can apply your vision through the marketing tools available on Amazon. So now let's go into terms right now. So A plus content. So you might have heard about this one. A plus content is the way to help make your products more compelling to shoppers. So these are available to sellers enrolled in Amazon brand registry. A plus contents is to highlight your brand story and distinguish your product features with enhanced images, text placements, and stories. This is on your listing page. So basically, in your listing page, if you scroll down, there are more contents with the rich text editors, more images, product comparison charts, and bulleted features. These are A plus contents, and these are available for you guys which are brand registered. So A plus contents can actually help you manage in different engagement on your detail pages and can more drive more conversions. The good thing is you don't have to start from the all beginning to create your A plus contents. We have the ready to use modules to create custom layouts. So don't worry about it. If you have some images and the contents available, A plus contents can be easily actually produced. So these are the first one to be starting from the branding perspective. Now we took a quick look on last two sessions on the self-service solutions. The number one is sponsored products. Number two is sponsored brands. Number three is sponsored display. You might have heard about this terminology, but probably you want to see how it looks like in marketplaces. I will show you in later of this webinar. However, for the self-service ad solutions, if you want to use, for example, to put by keywords, put by products, or you want some special or target group to remarket to basically visit again these customers, these three are the available ad solutions that you can use for the branding. As I want to follow again, the importance of the brand registry is that sponsored brands and sponsored display are only available for the brand registered owners. So, which is good that with the sponsor products, if you're using sponsor brands and sponsor display, the impressions and clicks are more likely to be reached to customers with 150% more than the one who only use sponsor products. So for the brand, this is a good advantage and benefit to mix the portfolio of the ad solutions and target the consumers you like. All right, the free self-service solutions for your branding, the businesses. There are 5 different tools that we are actually providing for our sellers to use for the with no additional cost. If we see from the left side, stores, post, Amazon attribution, Amazon Live, and follows. So the most important thing to be very transparent is the stores, which is the free website flagship page inside Amazon.com that you can create for your destination as a curation page. There are like more storytelling pages. Definitely, there's a portfolio of different lines of the pages that you can drive sales on your stores. For the brand owners who have the stores, they're more likely to have more orders than the ones in only the detail pages with the sponsored products, which means stores is the destination that you can make all the traffic and you can make more sales and more orders as your flagship website. So stores is really important. That's why we want to dive more deeply next week how to optimize the stores based on your branding. So please be sure that you have a proper store ready for the branding. Now the others, the post. Posts are very similar to the current social media platform Instagram. It's a image-based browsing experience. It's like a social feed experience for Amazon US marketplace customers. So it actually helps shoppers discover new products and see what's new from brands by browsing feeds of brand curated content. If you have the content ready for the A plus content or stores, you can easily make the post ready. So if you're actually using Amazon.com, Amazon US, marketplaces, please start very in a brief content for the post. So actually you're starting to link to product detail pages. You can actually make a free browsing discovery experience in Amazon, focus on brand shopping. Now, the other three, Amazon Attribution, Amazon Live, and Follows, are also very important. We'll see that in our webinar step by step. But these three, the Amazon Attribution, are the one how to measure the off Amazon your strategies, how it affects the Amazon pages impact. So this is also available for you to make sure that how other marketing activities like your Facebook or Pinterest or Google or Bing or other non-Amazon ads are actually helping and ultimately contributing to shopping journey in Amazon. We'll actually introduce you later on the curriculum, but this is also available for only brand owners. Now, the fourth one is Amazon Live. This is very live streaming services for you. You can have a real-time interactive live streams with Amazon Live Curator app. This is available in iOS. You can stream for free on the product detail pages of your products, as well as across various placements where Amazon shoppers browse. Now, finally, brand follows. This is a feature within Amazon Live and Post that allows customers to follow and unfollow brands in one click. When customers with the Amazon Shopping app, a mobile app, follow brand and opt in, they'll receive a notification when the brand goes live. So it's like something like a pop-up for Amazon customers. They extra the loyal followers to you so that if you guys go live in Amazon Live, then we actually provide the pop-up, which is a very good engagement tool for you. Now, so tools are tools. So let's take a look how to leverage these tools and optimize for the tactics. So I'll actually use one of the example called Green Pots. The Green Pots is a brand that I just made up who sells as you see here, different offerings in kitchenware. So let's look at an example of Green Pots' use of A plus content on their product detail pages. If you see on the right side, the comparison table is used to showcase nuances between Green Pot's product offering, and they have also included suggested basic recipes that can be easily cooked in their products. To get started with A plus contents in Seller Central, you can start by going to the Advertising tab and click on A plus Contents Manager. Then It will actually pop up, and there will be some templates and there will be layouts that you can use. When choosing the products you want to create A plus contents for, there are a few things to consider. Please pick the products with a high price point, since A plus contents may help you make incremental sales. If you're launching a new product, it can help you introduce the product in a more visual, compelling way to help accelerate sales. For products that are already generating traffic to detail pages, A-plus contents can help you ensure that the shoppers coming to your page are seeing the best possible pages, and this may result in additional sales. So A-plus contents for the brand owners is a foundational step to make sure that we are getting the enough traffic and we can make the incremental sales on detail pages. Now, stores. Stores allows brands to showcase their entire catalog alongside all of the marketing assets they have created. So brands can leverage the navigation to help shoppers find popular items, contents they might be interested in, or collections of the products. Stores are really important because the stores is the only destination that we can make different upselling, cross-selling methodologies, which means that you can sell more and you can sell a different portfolio at once. So please be sure that we have A plus contents and brands available for all the brands to start the branding in Amazon. Okay, Post. Post can be viewed on the Amazon mobile shopping app. So it's very similar to Instagram. The creative allows brands to demonstrate product features and tell your brand story in a visually appealing way. The post header will display the brand name and logo associated with the brand feed. Captions on the bottom help brands highlight product features, emphasize branding, and communicate a call to action. Additionally, brands can add hashtags and enable posts to show up in relevant category feeds. Shoppers can tap on a product card to visit the related product detail page at Amazon. Ultimately, posts can help brands create a deeper connection to customers on Amazon by leveraging branding content that they're already distributing on social media. If you want to start a post, please visit post.amazon.com. You can upload your brand logo and register your brand name, and you'll be set to start right away for the first post. Make sure you have a caption written, ensuring you have a check for spelling and punctuation errors to not having a negative sign, as well as ASIN your plan to add the post. The good thing is you'll be able to measure post engagement metrics like impressions, clicks, reach, and CTR and more in the reporting dashboard. So you can also see how your posts actually are making the engagement in mobile app. So this is also a good tool for Amazon US. This is a beta version, only available for Amazon US customers. So for the brands who have the visibility in Amazon US marketplace, this is a good starting point. Okay, Amazon Live and Follow. So Amazon Live can be used to show shoppers how to use your products, introduce a new arrival, and more. So if you see this page in image, this is shown an Amazon Live page. You can definitely live stream it, and you can sell right away. You can show different bundles. You can show different products at once, so that you want to sell different portfolio or solutions at once. Shoppers are also able to follow your brand by clicking the follow link found on your Amazon Live. So now we'll go to a little bit more in ad solutions. These are the very brief introduction of the ad solutions, starting on the branding. Next week, we'll starting to look at how to optimize it with the basic line to start engaging with the ad solutions. So please kindly be familiar with this ad solution, how it works. Now let's take a look on example of how GreenPot will use the sponsored ads. So here the GreenPot has launched the sponsored products. Here, if you see in the pot, the campaign and included branded keywords to defend their brand. So, for sponsored products point of view, we have covered in two sessions in March, but in a nutshell, sponsored products actually have two targeting methodology. Either we can actually show to customer by keywords, like GreenPot is doing on this slide, or we can be put into detailed product pages to show that we're also available while they're actually browsing through different products, and we can be shown to get their traffic to our pages. So sponsored products is the baseline of the sponsored ad solutions. And moving on, we can be with sponsored brands. So the Green Pod has already also used the sponsor brands to connect shoppers to their shop store homepage when they click on their logo. The sponsor brands headline is inspired by their brand mission and vision. If you see here, it is a best practice to set up at least three different sponsor brands campaigns and adopt a creative. It's the same Green Pot sponsor brands campaigns, right? But we have a three different campaign types with a different ASINs and with the different headlines to make sure that which one is working better for sponsor brands. For sponsor brands, we'll actually cover next week in a more detail, but sponsor brands point of view, we have three options to navigate. As you see on the left side, we can choose three ASINs to shown with the headline and logo. The second option is you can choose three pages of the stores and actually show like in this sponsor brands campaigns to actually entail and bring the customers to stores. Third one is a video. So you can show the brand video as well, like in sponsor brands campaign, which looks like this. So if you see in the middle of the search engine page, this is an example of the GreenPot sponsored brands video campaign. Video creative is a very great way to stand out in desktop and also mobile shopping results and help customers discover your brand and products as they shop on Amazon. According to our recent research, 1 in 5 customers buy from sponsored brands video. So this is a great way to tell your brand story and differentiate your product. A lot of sellers have asked us, making a creative video is not a very easy step, which we totally agree. However, there are some tools that we can quickly make as a video creative and put as a sponsor brands video. We'll actually introduce you these tools available in later webinars. So if you have any some questions or interest of making the videos for sponsor brands, please stay tuned. For additionally, the targeting is very similar to sponsored products. So you can either use keywords, you can either use products to be shown to shoppers on Amazon looking for the products and brands related to yours. Now, this is an example of the sponsor display. Now, here's an example of GreenPot using the interest audience targeting for sponsor display to help their brand generate product awareness by reaching a set of shoppers who showed interest in similar categories. Let's look at the first one, which is on the upper one. In this example, GreenPot has used a saucepan as the promoted product. For campaigns with interest targeting, you can add one product per campaign. Next, you can choose from a variety of interests relevant to your audiences. For this example, since we are advertising a saucepan, we can choose interests such as cooking, blenders, bowls and plates, reusable coffee cups, and cutlery. GreenPaws ad will be eligible to appear when audiences with those interests are browsing on Amazon. So as you can see, this ad could appear on product detail page for TV for audiences who already showed an interest in one of the interest categories you choose. This is super actually very targeted, right? We're actually following these target groups who have browsed on Amazon, so there's more likelihood and there's more potential that these sellers will actually click the ad and buy it. This is a good display ad. The second one with views targeting, since you can add all of your eligible products to a campaign, we recommend starting off by promoting multiple products but prioritizing those with the most product detail page views. This will help ensure that your most relevant items are shown based on Amazon shopping activities. It will help you gather metrics on which products perform the best with sponsored display ads. So in this example, we'll add all of the cast iron cookware from this advertiser. As I mentioned about before, Amazon will automatically create the audiences for your ad from a set of shoppers who previously viewed your product detail pages or similar pages but haven't made a purchase yet. Your ad can appear on a variety of third-party websites and apps like shown here, which is good, right? Basically we're following these customers who actually saw our detail pages and we are following their journey and we are showing that you might want to buy it. So actually we are actually targeting their tails to buy us in a purchasing stage. Now let's look at an example using product targeting too. So for sponsor display, what you just saw is called audience targeting. So basically we are following the audiences by views or the interests. Now there's a second targeting method for sponsor display, which is product targeting. Product targeting can be used to test cross-sell strategies to help drive more sales. So we'll show how you can use this campaign type to cross-sell other items from your brand. Okay, let's choose a pen rack to advertise in this example, which is the first example. When choosing which products to target, we can choose from suggested products, search by product name or ASIN, or enter list of products. Since we want to cross-sell items from the same brand, we'll add cast iron pans from the same brand, which is in the middle. And we'll check the box at the bottom of the section to automatically expand our targeting to other closely related products. Now you can see an example on the far right how this ad kit for this accessory might appear on a product detail page from the same brand to help cross-sell a complementary product. You can see that? So basically, we are actually cross-selling the products in the same brand so that they actually can sell both of them with the relevancy of the same brand. This is called the product targeting. Now, lastly, let's look at an example for category targeting to help drive product consideration and conversion. The second example, we'll add a cast iron pot here as a promoted product for this campaign. Next, we'll choose the categories to target. We recommend that you begin broad when targeting based on category and include more than one potential category that aligns with your promoted product. We'll choose all categories related to cookware. Now, you can see an example of how this ad may appear on the product detail page of an item from the same category. We can monitor performance of this campaign week over week to identify top performing categories and remove categories that are not performing well. So if you see here, we actually chose four categories: kitchen and dining, kitchen cookware, pots and pans, and Dutch ovens. In all those categories, actually, Amazon will automatically choose the product detail pages and put the ad right beside the buy box. It's very familiar and very approachable to shoppers. Now, after a few weeks, week over week, we can see the top performing ASIN pages, and we can pick and choose the top performing categories and pages and remove which are not performing well. Okay, now you have a simple, brief glimpse of how to help build your brand on Amazon. Now we'll briefly walk through how to measure brand awareness and successes. Very short, very brief ones. Okay, if you answer no to any of these questions, please try using this checklist to succeed on helping uncover areas of the improvement. Okay, we can start from the top to bottom, but the most important one for ad solutions and marketing is actually colored in orange. So you can actually see this and you can address these questions for your own checklist. Your own answers will help you understand where you should focus on your time on improving and optimizing your brands. Now, starting from here, I will actually cover the orange ones. Is that, am I using all of the marketing tools available to me? Are you aware of the stores, A plus contents? Are you using any of the sponsored ad solutions for your brand? For the fifth one, does my store have a homepage and at least three sub pages? So are your stores ready to be optimized for meeting more customers? For sixth one, have I applied a critical eye to my product detail pages, which make sure you have a set of correct titles, high quality images, and additionally, please leverage A plus contents, especially for ASINs, their bestsellers, and products that you plan to advertise. Now, has your targeting of the sponsored ads set up accurately? Let's consider what kind of ASINs to choose to use for sponsored ads and how you can actually choose for your portfolio, whether it's sponsored products, sponsored brands, or sponsored display. Also, if you have started this branding, have you accessed the reports available to you? Have you opened any of the search term reports, any of the placement reports, or any of the campaign reports available to optimize yourself? If you haven't, don't worry. Let's suppose that we have started and we have just launched some of the portfolio and solutions for you. This is a great start. If you have started bringing the solutions to yourself, we can bring the optimized step by step. So please make sure that this checklist is actually on green light so we can start optimizing. One thing that I want to actually introduce to you guys, especially for the brand owners, is that new to brand metrics. The new to brand metrics is especially important because this is the one that you can determine whether sales, attributed to advertising is made by an existing customer or one who hasn't actually bought it for the first year, which is this is important because you have to get more customer base for the customer who haven't bought yet, and this is a good pool to actually have your consideration and acquisition stage. So moving on, we'll actually introduce on this metrics as well, new to brand. So how much different targeting or different keywords, how much investment should be on making the new acquisition versus the existing customers. So please ensure that these metrics are also available for you as a new to brand. It's abbreviated as NTB. So if Amazon's selling or Amazon ads are saying NTB, NTB, it's called new to brand. Alrighty, the key takeaways for today is, which is to make sure for all brand owners, is this. Number one, to round up, please ensure that your brand is registered and we can start with the brand vision or contents to start with the branding. If you haven't registered that, please let's a little bit take a more speedy mode. If you're thinking of branding, this is a good start as well. You can actually preview for your brand starting from unique brand vision and statement, how to actually build the second one, visual style guide. Now then, let's move up to A plus contents with the product detail pages. If you're not really familiar with how to make the modules or add the layouts, don't worry. We'll introduce an A plus content makings and moving on, but please be ensured that there are A plus contents available for detail pages so that you can meet more customers and moving on for seller bases. Now, the fourth one, for leveraging Amazon ads free solutions to engage customers with stores. Post, Amazon Live and follows. If the sellers are asking me what are the priorities, I will say stores because this is the flagship page and website in Amazon.com or Amazon.Singapore, Amazon.jp, Amazon.eu to actually engage your customer really deeply. And we actually provide the brand metrics, how your brand is making more engagements or more clicks or more deeper sales versus your peer categories. So please make sure that how you're engaging with the stores. Now, the fifth one, let's use the sponsored ads to help you reach more audiences that look for brand or other brands. This can be very varied. For example, if you're starting only for sponsored products, this is good start to ramp up for sponsored brands and sponsored display. If you're using for sponsored brands campaigns, let's look at how we can optimize to bring more traffic and sales to store. And you can experiment with sponsored display with different targeting options if you're available for detail pages and oil products. Now, moving on, we can regularly review with the reporting dashboard and metrics, how your brand are grown in each stages from awareness, consideration, and conversion. So today was a beginner session. So this is a familiarizing session, what the terms means, what are the solutions available for branding. We'll look deeply on brand tactics and how different practical solutions there for next week. So please stay tuned. But for this week and after that, please ensure to make the branding solutions available for you so we can do right away next week. Alrighty. So next week, we'll ensure to learn more to develop for your brand, which is to sponsor brands campaigns and stores, and how to optimize your stores, how to make the sponsor brands video, and how you can grow with the sponsor display. Those will be the basic storylines for you guys to start your branding more deeply and reach more customers. All right. Today was the beginner session for the branding itself. And for the next 5 minutes, I want to show you guys the seller to our seller today that how this branding solution are actually meaning so that it shows in Amazon.com. All right. Can you guys see the Amazon.com page? If you can see the screen, please type yes so that I can see the sellers are available to see the Amazon.com page. So I want to show how this branding solutions will be seen on Amazon.com. Okay, good. There's a yes sign. So let's see for Amazon.com. Alrighty, so this is Amazon.com page, and let's look at how these different branding solutions are seen on Amazon.com. I will actually type the green, like a green pot, so I'll be the kitchenware seller. So I'll just put, let's say, kitchen pot. I'll put it like this. All right, guys. So seller, for our sellers, I'll just briefly show you how the solutions are seen here. So the first one, let's see. If you have the answers ready as a review of the session, please freely type your answers on the questions box to review yourself. All right. So I just typed on a search engine called the kitchen pot. If you see this big one on the far upper side here called All Clad, this is the first time I'm seeing this brand, however, um, what is this ad solution do you think it is? Do you have any answer? We just actually covered on our webinar today as a brief introduction. If you have an answer ready, please type on the questions box that you think what this ad solution is, so that there are different branding solutions really seen on Amazon.com. All right. I will actually wait for 10 seconds for this for you to type your answer. I will actually give you some of the options. Is this sponsored products, sponsored brands, or sponsored display? What do you think the solution is? Good, there's an answer. Okay, this is a sponsor brands. Yes, this is a logo. This is a headline that brands want to give, and these are three ASINs that you can brand with a sponsored logo on it. If you see here, the good thing of the sponsor brands is that it's taking four slots that sponsor products can actually show. Right? That this is expanded mode that the brand can actually use. If you see here in one page, almost half are given to sponsor brands. This is why this is really applicable and also accessible and also very effective for the brands here, right? So there's a logo, headline, and three ASINs that you want to give as a portfolio. Yeah, a lot of sellers are giving me the answer. Thank you for your participation. The good thing also that I want to highlight for brand is that there's a link that if you click here, it goes to the Amazon store. So it actually gives me the full portfolio visible here. I can see what this brands wants to give me. Wow, this is storytelling. And there are different portfolios available for stores. And the good thing is that there were three ASINs, right? So I can also go to each listing page that I want to, if I want to buy this product. Okay, this was sponsored brands. Now let's go to the bottom. All right. Okay, if you see here this, do you think what this is also about? Do you have any glimpse what this will mean? I'll give you options too. Which ad solution would this be for? Is this sponsored products, sponsored brands, or sponsored display? I'm actually pointing out with the mouse here on the far left. This one with the one ASIN with a gray one. Yeah, there's an answer. Thank you. This is sponsored display, right? So sponsored display is actually following on the far left, or you can see on here. So basically, if I'm browsing different brands to actually purchase for this, I'm seeing two different display ads to meet the brands here, right? So actually, it's getting more slots available for me. I can see more and I can actually visit